now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
I'm talking to the OGs right now. I'm talking to the OGs, not the young YGs, none of that. I'm talking to the G's. Who remember the time when a camera used to come out, everybody would run, they'd duck, they'd try to get out that camera view? Who remember that? Who remember not want to take a picture because they didn't want to be on pictures and stuff that could be documented when the police come raid the dope spots? Who remember them days? But you did have a few dudes that want to be cool and throw up their hoods and all that and take pictures. Them the dudes who wanted that attention, wanted that. Them are the first clout chasers. Now, in today's time, everybody running to the internet. Guess why? Because there ain't no money in the streets. The streets is dried up. Ain't nobody selling no rocks out there. Ain't nobody out there hitting no licks. There's too many cameras to get away with crime. So the gang members and gangsters have found a way to get on the internet and make somewhat of a living. Some make good money. Some is barely getting by trying to get up there. Some really want to work for the news channel. Some trying to get real jobs at CBS. So we're going to get to this content, man. Real Tune TV, man. Shout out Real Tune TV, one of my favorite channels on here. I love watching Real Tune, especially when he got what's my boy from Texas? I can't think of his name right now. The dude, the Texas Crip, Tales from the Crip. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, man, this is titled Hoover Gumby Reveals Big U son was backdoored. The Hoovers had nothing to do with it. And in this video right here, my name was mentioned in this video. I guess they saying that the bloggers are saying that the Hoovers are the ones who unalive Big U son. Well, I'm one of the ones. I'm one of the guys who said, wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Y'all can't blame that on the Hoovers.
It's not just a coincidence, y'all. I mean, they did blame the Hoovers, even though where the triple shooting happened is in the 107 Hoovers. I don't know if they actually just going for every neighborhood at this point, you know, hit every.
All right, let's start right there. Just because it's shootings in these areas don't mean that it's necessarily get back or anything like that. And it don't necessarily mean that anybody that they name has had anything to do with it. Just a coincidence is going down. The streets is on fire. We don't know who doing what. So we can't pinpoint no specific neighborhood and say, hey, it's these guys. Now, if something happened in that area, you would you would think that maybe these guys had something to do with it or anything like that. It could be, if you part of the street world, then you know all the possibilities that it could be when stuff like this happens. It don't necessarily mean that the Hoovers did anything. We know. I'm not gonna sit up here and say they did anything because I don't know who did nothing. Nobody seen what happened. Nobody was there. So if you went there and you don't know what happened, you can't blame that on the hood. I said this on my video. So I don't know how I get crossed up with one of the guys they said the Hoovers did. Come on, man. I've been around this too long. I've been doing. Don't think because you see this microphone. No, I'm a square from Delaware. I'm really one of those guys that's gonna give it to you 100% and real. I don't bring information to the internet. What I do is I find stuff on the internet and I talk about what you guys talk about. You guys say go left, I say go right. You guys say this, I talk about that. I'm not the one that say, man, listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in 1951 when Jimmy Bob and them got down and they robbed the liquor store around. I don't bring new information to internet. But anyway, let's get to this clipping, man. We're going to get to this clipping where I'm the one who said, I'm probably one of the first ones. I didn't even put it in my title. Now, everybody going to use certain things for clickbait, going to use hoods. I done seen every last one of these so-called gangbangers who against somebody talking about their hood. All these then talked about everybody else hood and got everybody else hood in their titles. Man, knock it off. And then I also seen in this clipping where Gumby said, dudes is against their neighborhood. Man, listen, man, I ain't never had an issue with a Hoover a day in my life. Never had a problem with a Hoover. Never disrespected Hoover set. I got family from Hoover from 107. I wouldn't tell y'all. I wouldn't make my family a target because they not on the internet. So if my family not on the internet, I'm not going to tell y'all who my family is. I keep all that stuff discreet and a secret. I got family from all over this place, but I don't come on the internet and say my cousin and my brother and my people, my uncles and all them from over here. No, that ain't y'all been. Y'all don't need to know that. That's my good weapon. And my folks from Hoover ain't called me and said nothing, because if they did call me and said rock this and rock that, I'm going to say, you know what, cuzzo, all right. So we're going to get to the clipping. And then we're going to get to this content from Hoover, Gumby, and Real Tune TV. But before we do that, man, y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to this content. All right, let's run over to Real Tune and see what him and Gumby got going on, man. Let's go.
Real Tune is some real money in the room.
Speaking of jail, you actually did time with Big U.
Yes, his name was Hannibal then.
Right. Big U's son was recently unalived.
Rest in peace.
He was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
He was somewhere, I think, by a smoke shop. Somebody called him to his car and asked him who he was, and next thing you know, he was pronounced dead.
All right, let's start right there, man. Let's start right here, man. The scene that we just seen right there, that was the actual news channel with Big U's son out there. And this is, you know, it's crazy, man. Like I say, man, it's crazy. The images that we seeing online stems from the news channel showing it with, you know, a lot of people got their coverage from. A lot of that stuff shouldn't have been shown. And then there was somebody else that actually shown them trying to, you know, revive him and bring him back. Some of that stuff shouldn't have been shown, but the news channel, I haven't seen nobody go up to that news channel and tell them about that clip. Yeah, that clip right there, man, them showing that lets you know right there, man. Everybody going, it's crazy. It's sad that people gonna make money off you. Like Biggie say, man, we are nobody to somebody take us out the game, man. Let's get to this.
Your community has been getting a lot of backlash from people like from the bloggers. I've seen it on the blog, and Hefe, don't care nothing what the checks say, Compton Rick Rock. Just everybody in the Los Angeles community is steady bringing up your community. First off,
I'm trying to be, look, we already talked about this.
Oh, man. Hey, man. When there's money on the line, man, throw your fishing rod in the pool, go get you something to eat, man. Everybody gonna eat off this stuff, man. Compton Rick Roc, Young and Hefe. Now, I don't know what these other guys is doing on their channel, but Compton Rick Roc, I'm gonna bring up what's cracking, man. It's cracking. It's called a reaction channel. Not once have I accused these dudes of doing anything. Come on, man, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, y'all gonna be in the title whether you like. I don't care if you don't like it or not, man. Just like everybody else, y'all didn't put my neighborhood in titles. I done seen this exact same dude right here and other dudes from all over put dudes' neighborhoods in titles, man. So you can't cry about that. Now, I understand what the problem is. The problem is the dudes who putting they hood in the title saying that they hood did this. Not once. You ain't gonna find nowhere in my title where I said they did this. I ain't gonna put that on them because I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. Rest in peace to Big U, son. I don't know who did that. And if I did know, I wouldn't be on the internet talking about it. I wouldn't tell you. I got to do. Police got to do their own job. I'm not telling nobody who did what, even if I did know anything. Now, you know, of course, being in the street life, you're gonna hear certain things. It's gonna come down the pipeline of what could have happened and all that. But that's still not gonna be brought to the internet. I'm gonna talk about what y'all talking about. Let's get back to Gumby, man. Gumby got something he got to say. Real Tune TV. Shout out Real Tune. Y'all go there and subscribe to his channel. Let's get to this content though.
Off camera. So I'm trying to not do anything or say anything and saying that would be considered aggressive, but at this point, like, this shit is just stupid at this point.
Right.
All of these different bloggers, I'm saying, like, everything that goes on in California and LA, the Hoovers don't do it, bro. Everything. I don't give a f what it is. When PNB rock, all the Hoovers, everybody. We like the California boogeyman. Anything that happened in this state, they blame on us, bro. Now, they reported, oh, well, he got killed in Hoover Hood. That is not our set. That is not.
Yeah, that's foul. That's foul, man. Everybody saying, I get it. I agree. Everybody blaming it on these dudes' neighborhood. That ain't cool. That's foul. If you don't know, you shouldn't be saying it. I agree what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't beef with these guys, man. You do got dudes that have agendas. You do got dudes that's enemies of these dudes that's going to make them look bad online. Welcome to the internet. These are the games they play on the internet. I don't have no problem with these dudes. My neighborhood don't have no problem with these dudes. We got people, we got certain homies that deal with some of these dudes. We don't got no problem with these dudes. So I know he ain't talking about me when he say this, but let's get back to this.
Anybody that's familiar with gang, culture and areas know that area is not our area. That area is actually called Pimp Central.
Oh, man.
Right?
Boy, them pimps fit to get shot up tonight. Come on, man. You just said that dudes is saying your neighborhood is involved with this. They blaming your stuff on your neighborhood on these crimes. And then you going to get on here and tell exactly what area this is, Pimp Central. Now, the pimps going to have to watch their back. You just told on the pimps, man.
This, what's the rap dude name? Sad. What's his name? Big Sad. That's where the liquor store that he did the video in front of.
Shout out Big Sad.
That's the same place. All the pimps hang out down there.
Well, you pimps better relocate. If I was a pimp hanging out right there, I would get in my Cadillac, take my Heezos and get on the Rezo. Now, of course, if you know, you know. If you from the area, then you know what goes on. You should know, or you know now what happened. But for the people that didn't know about this area, they sure know about this area now. So if it was a pimp who woman and ran to Los Angeles 9 times out of 10, you might could find her over there because the dude's on the internet to tell you exactly what area that is. But I get what he's doing. He's clearing up his neighborhood, man. We don't hang around there. That ain't our set. But all the extra stuff telling them what it is, that shouldn't be on the internet either.
Hoovers are not allowed there, first and foremost. So he didn't get killed in our set at all. Just because he got killed on Figueroa don't mean that was our set. Even though we got a nice little stretch of set that a stretch of land that on Fig that do run through our community, that section right there is not ours.
62nd and Figueroa, I believe.
It was 69th in Figueroa. Now, for anybody that knows those areas, know that there's a lot of P and Hing going on. I learned that from my boy Ed Hefe. I'm trying to get media trained. You know what I mean?
What do y'all think about that, man? Let's be fair. I don't want to be making it seem like I'm trying to attack the brother, because I'm not. I actually like the dude. I like his content. I follow him on Instagram. He follow me too. What do y'all think about that, man? Y'all think that disclosing the area for people that don't know should know what that area is and what goes on right there? What y'all think about that?
So, yeah, but that's what's going on in those areas, and that specifically in that area. And in that area, there are all the gangs that don't get along with Hoover. This is where the crypt utopia at. If you are a gang member and you want to be a P, or you got some H's, I'm getting it, right? I mean, if that's what you're into and you're not a Hoover, you're welcome there. That's, what is it? They even got a little clique of pimps down there. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, man, the pimp's going to jail. The pimp's going to jail.
So he didn't get killed in the Hoover Hood at all. And being the fact of surrounding the
pimps, get in your Cadillac and skirt on up out of here. Get up out of here, pimps.
The facts that he walked to the car before he was shot, that leads me to believe that he knew the persons or the people. Now, being that this individual, Big Huey, I'm saying I've heard of him, I'm saying a few homies, I'm saying my young nephews and shit, they know who he is, I'm saying he's somebody to be respected. So if someone would call you to the car in the middle of the night, you would only walk to that car if you knew who that person was. You're on Figueroa. He wasn't a prostitute, so why would somebody call him to the car?
I heard that several times. I heard that. It's not something that I'm telling y'all. It's something that I heard, just like y'all just heard right now. Exactly why I heard it. I haven't heard the news channel say this. I heard all the guys on the internet said that a car pulled up and he walked to the car. This is what we heard on the internet. The news, I ain't seen one script on the news channel on the internet where the news said that. These guys on the internet saying that. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about a car stopping, you walking up to the car, and then you get popped on? Let me get y'all thoughts. I'm
not going to no car I don't know on Figueroa.
Right. This is what I'm saying. This story.
I might run on Figueroa. What, dude? They done caught me on Fig?
Oh, my mama. But see, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. The whole situation doesn't make any sense. Who was he with? I'm pretty sure this is Big U's son. He's not going anywhere unarmed. He's not going anywhere where, even if he was with a that's they trying to say he was with a broad, and the broad backdoored him, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm pretty sure he's well abreast of gang politics and.
Who said he was with a broad? Who said that? Where is this coming from? Is this on the internet? I haven't heard the news channel say it. I haven't seen no reports saying this. Who said what?
Gang area. So he wasn't went anywhere unarmed. So who was with him? Why would he walk to the car if he didn't know the people? So that leads me to believe that he was backdoored. And of course, they're going to blame it on the Hoovers. Anything that go bad in LA, the Hoovers did it.
I would feel frustrated too. Like I said earlier, I feel frustrated. I feel like frustration. If you from that area, I would feel frustrated too. Because let me tell y'all something. When y'all say that these dudes did it, it's going to make their neighborhood hot. It's going to make the police swarm in their neighborhood. It's going to have investigators in their neighborhood. It's going to have everybody in their neighborhood because the internet is the prime source of where the police is looking at for information. We didn't already seen on No Jumper where they done said that they watched a clipping over there and they used it in Loose Cannon and Brick Baby and them paperwork. The stuff that we didn't seen, they already admitted that they was watching this stuff. So if they watching them, they watching everybody on here. I think when these cameras get in front of dude's face, they think that maybe they and they homies is the only ones watching this. Everybody watching it, man. If you got thousands of views, you don't even know that many people. Who do you think watching it?
Why wouldn't you blame your enemy? Why wouldn't you? That's a great strategy.
Yeah, it's a great strategy, just like you using your strategy to say that you mentioning names. You saying, man, this dude did this dude said that, and we heard this and heard that. That's a good strategy. So that let me know that you know the art of war, Sun Tzu.
I believe my community,
Niccolo Machiavelli,
probably have employed that situation in a few situations as well. But at the end of the day, what you have is, first off, the first thing out of the mouth is a lie. Let's just wait a few more days and see how it come out.
Right.
Because see, what ended up happening is when he unfortunately lost his life, and understand something, yes, we are rivals, but I don't agree with anybody losing their life. You know what I'm saying? And my community, we're in a bitter war with the whole community, with every other community right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's tit for tat. The shit ain't right, but it make us even. You know what I'm saying? Not saying about this situation, because like I said before, we didn't have anything to do with this situation. It don't even make sense. Why would he come to a car full of Hoovers? That's the dumbest shit ever. That's stupid. They called this man to the car. That means he knew who the person was walking to the car. He knew who that person was who was in the car. That only makes sense. Saying that to say, don't believe everything you hear these bloggers talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, everybody that's on these internets, Rick Rock, Compton Rick Rock, all these other people, they have influences, outside influences. They're not just independent reporters. Understand that. All these dudes have been from a hood, have gangbang, have some type of gangbang influence. And a lot of those influences are against my community. So you.
All right, we're going to stop right there. This is why we got to be careful of the things that we do and say on the internet. Because like Gumby say, a lot of people do have influences. And you could say the wrong thing and trigger somebody to go do something crazy because they watching you. And if you say, man, them dudes over there busters, them dudes over there weak, guess what that's going to do? That could start conflict. And the one thing that we don't, as dudes that's on the internet, you do have a responsibility. Your job shouldn't be to cause conflict and confusion. Oh, you have a lot of dudes that do it. That's why 90% of the stuff that I get on here and say, I'm trying to lace somebody. This generation might not get it, but somebody might stumble across my page, a youngster or something, and hear something that I said when I told them, man, do this, go that route, man. Go get a job, help moms out, take care of your kids, start a family. If you go back at my page and look, it's gonna be some good messages up in there. Now I might be clowning, like half the stuff I'm saying with Gumby right now, just jokes, clowning. But the reality of it is, he feels some type of way. His people feel some type of way about getting blamed for a situation. Let's get serious for a second. Getting blamed for a situation that they possibly didn't do. I don't think these dudes is no busters. The Hoovers ain't no busters. They ain't no marks. These ain't no dudes that you want to play with. He's saying that we didn't do this. They wouldn't get on here saying, man, these dudes ain't no chumps. If they did it, they wouldn't even be on the internet talking about it. But they saying, man, we didn't do this, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the youngster, man. I hate that at the end of the day, it's all black. It don't matter. The hood's just a title. Because when it all boiled down to it, ain't nothing but us knocking each other down anyway. This ain't no laughing, joking, funny matter. Sometimes you got to laugh to hide the pain sometimes. But I get where OG Gumby is coming from, and I get what he's saying. The bloggers do have a responsibility, man. Not get on here and spread false rumors and lies. I'm one of the ones who said, man, nah, I'm not that crazy. Stop. You can't blame these dudes for a crime that nobody know. And if you do know and you blaming these dudes, that's telling. So, yeah, man, I get where they come from, man. Shout out Real Tune TV. Y'all can go over here to Real Tune TV and watch the rest of this. Let's go over here and get to Real Tune TV channel. Y'all go over there and subscribe. I'm already subscribed. And also, man, y'all go to Checking Ain't Cheating. I believe that's OG Gumby page. Also, follow him on Instagram, man. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. I catch all of y'all on the next one. Also, man, rest in peace to Jabari, man, who lost his life in these streets, man. I catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.